Okay.
Okay, councillors and staff, welcome to tonight's meeting of the Assets and Infrastructure Committee of Georges River Council. I declare the meeting open at, I don't have my 7:03 p.m. Thank you. The council acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land on which this meeting is being held as that of the Bidjigal people of the Eora Nation. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is open and the meeting is being broadcast live to the public on Council's website in accordance with Section 4 of Council's Code of Meeting Practice. The Code of Meeting Practice states that only if the meeting moves into a closed confidential session in accordance with Section 13 of the Code of Meeting Practice will the public broadcasting of the meeting be suspended. Council's Code of Meeting Practice prohibits the electronic recording of meetings without the express permission of Council. Mobile phones must be turned to silent during the meeting. I'm advised that we have no apologies. Councillors, does anyone have a disclosure of interest? Okay. No disclosures of interest, and there's no speakers for the public participation on the items on the agenda tonight. Okay, so we go to the first item of business. That's a confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting of the Assets and Infrastructure Committee meeting held on the 11th of April 2022, item ASS 012-22. Can I have a motion to adopt the minutes? That's moved by Councillor Lou, seconded by Mayor Catras.
I wasn't there, was I?
Oh, no, you can't do it. You can actually, you can.
I can,
I think you can do it. So,
Okay.
second Councillor Mayor.
I do have a
This is for the
question.
minutes.
What
Minutes. This is for the
comes
minutes.
out of the,
No, this is for the
Minutes of the previous
minutes
assets,
of the previous assets.
oh, okay,
not the traffic.
Not the traffic, yeah.
all right, okay,
Okay, so
sorry.
any discussion on the minutes? No? All those in favour say aye. All those against say no. I declare it carried. Thank you. Now we'll move to the next item, which is ASS 013-22, report of the Georges River Local Traffic Advisory Committee meeting, the 3rd of May 2022.
Oh, yeah,
Can I have a mover, please?
Move that.
That's Councillor Kondarski, the chair of the traffic committee. We have a seconder.
Seconded.
That's Councillor Almere. Now, has anyone got any questions? Is there any discussion?
through the mayor, through the chair, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Through the chair, I was going to item TAC 059-, proposed no parking for electric vehicles accepted only while charging 1 hour limit. I have no problem with this. I think it's actually a very good idea. The only question I have is it appears that all of these parking spaces for electric cars seem to be on the other side of the roadway, the Hurstville side. Do we have any on the Cogra side? And if so, do you have any idea where they are? And if not, what plans do we have possibly for providing them on the Cogra side? And how does this work? I'm sure that Lou probably knows, Councillor Kondarski knows, but
Sure.
So through you, Madam Chair, Mr. Mayor, the proposal that is in front of us and the proposal that has actually gone through the Traffic Committee was actually put forward by a company called Jolt in conjunction with Osprey. They've selected 6 locations initially for these charging stations. My understanding is they're going to be offering them free of charge up to about half an hour or 25 minutes to half an hour, and then they'll charge thereafter. The initial 6 locations isn't the end of it. So what they've now indicated, what Jolt have indicated, is they are looking to expand on this. And I think moving forward, we will have an opportunity to actually nominate some locations within the local government area.
well, it's good. Thank you, Mr. Latter. I appreciate that. We can keep further with that. Thank you.
Okay, I actually want to ask some questions about an item that's TAC 056-22, rear curb parking, Vanessa Street, Kingsgrove. I'm going to ask Mr. Latter this, but my impression is this is happening to mitigate the heavy vehicles that are parking in that area. I know that damage has been done to that parking area, but also I'm hoping that to mitigate the noise of when these vehicles are starting up in the early hours of the morning. I've had lots of emails from residents who are really distressed by what's happening to their quality of life. So, and also an adjunct to that question, Mr. Latta, how do you see this proceeding once it's carried by council? Thank you.
So through you, Madam Chair, now what we've got in front of us is the result of numerous complaints that we've received from residents and business owners in that area. And what the recommendation is to formalise parking rear to curb at 90 degrees and exclude any vehicles above 6 metres in that particular area. Now, we've got informal parking along the southern end of Vanessa Street from the Crescent through to Commercial Road. It's really just about formalising that as rear to curb. Now, the informal nature means that cars can park parallel, or they can park front to curb, or they can park rear to curb right at this moment. This would really restrict that parking arrangement, and as you suggest, it'll also limit the size of vehicles in that area. In terms of how we proceed moving forward, this is within the budget allocation of Transport for New South Wales Traffic Facilities Grant, and we'll be looking to move forward on the installation of these immediately following council approval.
That's excellent news. Thank you. Is there any more discussion on this item?
No, just to add that the engineer did speak about mitigating the heavy vehicles that park along there and the noise that they make when they're starting up and idling in the mornings.
Yeah, I've had residents in tears
Oh,
contacting me. That's terrible. Okay, so if there's no more discussion.
No.
Okay, all those in favour, say aye.
Aye.
All those against?
Aye.
Okay, I declare it carried. There's no more items on the agenda tonight, so I declare this meeting closed at 7:10 p.m. Thank you. Thank you, councillors and staff.
Now, when are you on this meeting?
Good night, everybody.